going to live to like 75 just because I did some exercise. That's it. That's the best I got going.
Yeah, that's for me. That's like what exercise has become. It's just like eking out another 4 to 6 years of my pathetic life. Just squeeze into like toothpaste out of my fucking body.
You'll never look good. You'll never look like
not looking good,
desirable. You'll never be an Instagram.
It's just another 5 to 6 years of eating really shitty food, hamburgers and such. That's all I want.
I'm so mad about that.
Inshallah.
I think we should crowdfund fellow BBL.
We should.
How?
We should.
How?
Go
I don't have this commitment.
Phil's big fat ass. No, a BBL. Get the surgery, the implant.
Yeah, get the BBL.
Anywhere.
Yes.
Oh. But would that put me out of work I'll be having some significant downtime?
What happens is you get a little cushion that you have to sit on for like a few weeks. And then there are obviously some No, I'm literally being serious.
I love
it. Yeah, it's true.
You get a special little butt pillow.
So is this similar? Is this like breast implants where I have the thing inside to
with a tube in the leakage? Yeah,
it's an implant.
Or is it like an injection where it's like
no, it's an implant.
Amount of time?
Oh, it's a surgery. It's a whole ass surgery.
You get it
literally. So the extra weight that you have in places that are less desirable, they relocate it to your cheeks.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay.
There is that. There's also like actual implants though too, but those are cheaper surgeries, and I think like they look not as natural. If I'm correct, but yeah.
Okay, but so you're telling me that they could take my spare tire and put it on my ass? Because it's literally everything I could possibly hope for. I'll never work out again. I'll just do that every 5 years or so. Gain it back up here, get my ass even fucking fatter. And I'll just be like, tell my wife, just you wait till my next BBL surgery. This ass is going to be out of control. And I'll have my cushion, You
don't have to bring a long chair anywhere. You're good.
This is my Dexter's mother, prophecy coming true. Like, this is how it happens.
I'm imagining like a dozen years down the line, Phil's got an ass so big and a stomach so flat that he can be fully at rest if he just leans backwards a bit from a fully standing upright position.
Yes. Just, you can eat off of me.
It's like, have you ever tried to balance a plank on top of a basketball? Like, it would be like for Phil to lay down at night.
You're just saying I'm an anthropomorphic basketball with plank as a body with legs, essentially.
Yeah, the butt is the basketball and it's attached.
With arms and legs, yeah. I'm going to try to generate that on AI. It's going to be very difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. I think
it's like a really perverse idea of what a turtle could have been.
Reminds me of Ed, and Eddie, the guy Plank, but like with the fat ass. But it's basketballs, like two huge butt cheeks that are patterned like a basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very disturbing. This is what I get for looking at AI generated images so much. I can see horrific things far beyond what I would have imagined as a child. And my imagination was stronger then. Now mine is just finely tuned to the most heinous, disgusting things imaginable.
Well, Phil, you should plug your AI thing if you haven't already.
I think I already have, but I have a show now, the AI Roundup. I don't think anybody wants to watch it. I've been working really hard on it. I get like 40, 50 views. It's great.
That's the fucking grind with YouTube, it seems, until it's like once you hit like the algorithm right, and then it's like good.
I guess. Yeah. I don't care. I'm making the show out there. If you like AI shit, and this is what we do on this show. We talk about the AI shit, but I just specifically talk about that by myself without any other funny co-hosts.
Yeah, but you're
graphics.
Very charismatic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you do cut all the fat out and you put it on your ass.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
but please go watch AI Roundup because my job depends on it. What I get paid to do now, among many other more valuable things, but I do that. I stay up late. I stayed up so late this week, which, you know what? It'll provide a perfect segue. Let's just get right into some show notes. Welcome everyone to episode 67 of the Succ. We're back together for a $5. Wow.
Wait, this is the most we've had.
This is rare.
Yeah.
I showed up. You're welcome.
The bitch is back.
Yassine's been here 2 weeks in a row. This is amazing.
2 whole weeks. I did it. You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm proud of
I
everyone.
deserve
We all
this.
have we have peaks and valleys on the show. That's the beauty of a 6-host lineup. Is we have some space to come and go as we need to, which I may need to more often than not.
In like the natural life cycle of a podcast. Yeah, exactly. In the natural life cycle of a podcast, sometimes one or more of the members will buy Cyberpunk 2077. And everyone else is just gonna have to deal with that. I'm sorry.
It is a really fun game. I'm finally like towards the end of it, so
I
love that game.
I've like watched my boyfriend play the entire game, so like no worries about spoilers. I know the whole thing. I was looking up the dialogue options.
Spoiler alert, please. I'm sorry, I don't care. Keep going.
No, you're totally fine. But yeah, so I'm super early in the game still. Just like got the very very first part of the story, but I've just been running around doing side gigs and getting titty harnesses to put on my character.
Yeah. Hell yeah!
That's the way to do it.
that?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
The only valid bonus content is titty harnesses in my opinion.
They got all kinds of harnesses, like titties, no titties, you name it.
This is fantastic news.
Yeah, that game's character creation is one of the most fun character creation experiences I've had in a really long time, actually.
I love that you can change a dick size, but it doesn't matter at all.
Can you make your genitalia a McRib is what I really want.
That's penis 3.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You unlock it later.
Yeah.
You have enough
Yes.
credits.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
They unfortunately did make the the penis 3 McRib unlock kind of pay to win, which whatever.
Shameful.
But no, I gave my
type shit.
I gave my girl, she's got the biggest tits that the game offered, the biggest dick that the game offered, and the biggest sword that the game offered. So that's
the way to do it.
I love her. She's incredible. She's running around Night City in her sweatpants and her titty harness with her katana out, killing every cop she sees. I love this game. Game of the year. I think it might have
been. Titty harness combo is clutch.
Sweatpants titty harness combo is what's up, because she's in sport mode on the go, but a little something.
She's casual.
Titty harness, is that really what it's called in the game?
It's not called a titty harness. It's just like it's some kind of like military tactical harness vest,
tactical titty harness.
But
it's a little bit disappointing.
It's tactical.
It's like 2 straps that just barely intersect over the nipples. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm re-excited again. This is okay.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. Do you guys, when you play video games, right, and you have to make a character, do you make the character look like yourself at all?
Absolutely not.
Never.
Yeah.
Occasionally, but no, absolutely
It depends on the game. I mean,
right. It depends on the game.
Disney Dreamlight game. It's basically Animal Crossing, but Disney branded. It made my character look exactly like literally exactly like me.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, with Cyberpunk, like the gameplay is very different depending on like which gender you choose. Like as an example, like Justine, have you gotten Skippy as a woman yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, Skippy's really fun as a woman because he did your boyfriend play as a guy?
He played as a woman. I just don't remember Skippy all that well. But his most recent run was as a guy. The voice acting on the guy sucks, by the way. Go ahead.
Well, like the next time I play, I'm definitely gonna play as a dude. But if you use Skippy as a woman, it gives you like. It says "You go, girl!" Like,
oh my god!
Like fucking, it'll give you weird statistics about how violence is mostly male dominated, and how like you are being subversive subversive by killing men and like
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
When you get him as a man, it does like similar things, but it blames you and like and says that you're doing this because you're a man and stuff. It's like
Jordan Peterson even like if he smells a physical copy of this game, he begins sobbing. There's something wrong in this room.
Just to be clear, Skippy is the smart pistol, right? The talking smart
pistol. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
like
a
an AI pistol that talks to you.
Yeah, it's like the Skyward Sword, except a gun that has opinions.
And he kind of talks like what you would imagine like Clippy from Microsoft Office talks.
Yeah.
Like he has that vibe, you know, like, hey, I see that you're trying to murder. You know, like, have you considered not murdering?
Have you tried find and replace with death?
One thing I found out about Cyberpunk is that the more cops you kill in like a given like, you know, spree, basically combat session, that actively, I guess, translates into street cred. At first, I thought it was just killing everybody that gave you street cred. It is specifically cops on the street.
No, if you kill tons of cops, do you get like every time a cop sees you, does he come after you?
So there's like the GTA warrant system, you know, where it'll give you 1 to 5 stars. And if you can hide out till the 5 stars goes away, then you're good. Otherwise, yeah, any cop or like city camera that sees you.
Gotcha. Okay, good.
We're gonna get really in the weeds on Cyberpunk, apparently.
Sorry.
No, I started it. It's a great game.
Oh, and it's reminding me of the holiday.
Yeah,
this is our special 424 episode, chronically late, as we like to do on the show. This comes out on Monday, April 24th, which is a special holiday. I don't know why that came up. I can't even remember what made us think of that.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, I don't know. It just popped into my mind. But I do want to, like, before we jumped into the cyberpunk stuff, I did want to bring up, because we were talking about all the AI shit. This AI Drake thing has been extremely fascinating. Have y'all heard this Hard on My Sleeve?
Oh, yeah.
AI generated.
Goes fucking hard as fuck.
Yeah,
it's a bop. But
the girl verse is, like, really good.
That's
like,
supposed to be
verse.
That's supposed to be the Weeknd. I agree.
It does not sound like the Weeknd.
I know. No, I know. It sounds so much less like the Weeknd than the Drake. Like that sounds like Drake. I mean, there's a couple parts where it's like a little bit off, but it's like if you just played that, I'd be like, oh, it's Drake when he's got like a little bit of a vocoder on or something like that. But yeah, I agree that it doesn't sound. I didn't actually make the connection until I saw multiple pictures of like them. Like, like fake AI like thing, and I was like, "Oh, right, that's supposed to be the Weeknd."
Mm-hmm.
Well, the song itself fascinated me. Whatever, it's an enjoyable thing to listen to, but it like all the drama surrounding it. It's like it was posted by a TikToker who had just started their account, right? Like you come out of the gate, like you post your account on TikTok, and then you immediately go super viral. It went up on all these other streaming sites, Spotify, Apple Music, and then like on YouTube and stuff. And like there was all this weird stuff about it being like taken down, but like Universal Music Group saying like, well, actually, no, we didn't file a claim. And then it gets the thing that I was reading about today that was crazy to me beyond like, okay, yeah, someone did a really good job of making an AI song. That's crazy. But then now like the new levels are, does YouTube have the right to take down something like this on a copyright claim? Because it's not a copy of anything. And they're playing. And so the company Alphabet that owns YouTube and Google, they have to play both sides because YouTube is very much in bed with these music companies like Universal, etc. And they want to please them, right? They want to say, oh, well, no, we don't want to. Take money from you because this is your artist or whatever. But like on the other side of it, Google and the whole AI thing, as far as like scraping to like train models, they're all based on this like fair use idea, which is yet to come to court. Yeah. And so like this song somehow, as goofy as it is like brought the ethical thing like way out in front where
it's crazy.
A giant corporation, $1 billion corporation is going to have to like decide, like,
and this is just the first one. I mean, like, this is going to be like, people are going to be able to make these like very easily.
Oh yeah.
And how are you going to stop propagation of them? Like, seriously, how are you going to do that?
Right.
Just keep them off Spotify or something like that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any realistic way that I can see, like,
you can't stop them. There's literally no way.
Major, like, very broad and sweeping legislation that's gonna kind of catch a lot of other things in the net. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right, and it would be like super complicated because I mean, like, there's plenty of cases of like an artist not agreeing to do like a commercial, for example, like. I think there was like a Tom Waits. There was a situation with Tom Waits, I think, where like Pepsi wanted him to do a song, or they wanted to use one of his songs.
Why would Tom Waits?
Why?
No fucking clue. No fucking clue. Maybe I'm like, maybe I'm. It's maybe not Pepsi, but like, yeah, I believe he successfully sued them for ultimately doing like a sound-alike. So there's definitely like legal precedent. There's plenty of legal precedent for people doing over shit. Yeah,
Doritos.
That is 420.
So that's the thing, is that this literally does come down to legal precedent, which just hasn't happened yet. Like, we live in this moment, whatever it is, a month or a year, where
it's coming.
They don't know the answer, and at some point somebody's going to come down on it. But until it does. Shit is going crazy. I love it. I love to see it. I don't know if it's right or wrong in a lot of cases. I don't currently give a shit. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, it is kind of, there is, because it's like AI, AI assisted, like this shit, like you said, it's propagating like so fast. Like, there's just so much shit to deal with. And it's almost like, because of that, it's turning that aspect of the internet, at least, into that sort of like, bygone Wild West early days, that people romanticize about, like, when you could just like go onto a regular website and, stumble across the worst thing you've ever seen or whatever. Yeah. Like, you the
good old days.
Right. Yeah. You can't do that so much anymore because of all the regulation. But like the like, AI art and stuff is just so, it's like outpacing that somehow, and that's like really interesting to see. I think
I feel like it's like on one hand it's like great that, all right, it sucks that we're like not supporting the artist, but on the other hand, I would love to listen to a Michael Jackson song that isn't sung by somebody who fucks kids.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah, like that. Like, put that fucking shitty Weekend voice on there.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Have him do Remember the Time or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Which, I mean, I guess I see your point, but at first I was kind of curious. Were you saying like you wanted to hear a Michael Jackson song by an AI that sounded like Michael Jackson, or were you just saying take the Michael Jackson song and redo it with a different
Imagine how many little boys would have gone undiddled had we just replaced Michael Jackson with an AI.
If we just nipped it in the bud, and we just replaced him in the 80s with fucking
Is this a trend? Are we just? I mean, I think actually you'd said a similar thing about Drake and young girls. So like,
he loves them fresh and young.
Get rid of pop stars in general.
No more pop stars needed.
We don't need you anymore.
We're doing
hard dick, harder feelings. Well, out.
This is God's plan, Drake. I'm sorry, but we don't need
God's favorite.
What's the name of that a Japanese waifu pop star who's just
Hatsune Miku?
Yeah.
Do that, but to Drake. I think that would be a good idea.
Drake Sune.
Well, it makes me feel like we need like a AI minority report for pop stars. It's like they can't become popular on their own, or that's what creates the evil that they did. We have to identify their talent before they become popular and usurp it from them via artificial intelligence, and let the AI go on without doing the molesting of people.
Right? Yeah.
Just the talent. Just pull the. So you literally can separate the art from the artist, but before the artist becomes terrible, right? So it's like Tom Cruise is in like a hologram room, and he's like, "Oh fuck, this 13-year-old in Manhattan is going to be a fucking superstar. We got to get over there right now and train that fucking voice." You cut that part out, Phil. Wait, I had it.
I was gonna say, did they replace Tom Cruise for being
He's like a weird racist, right?
Scientology weirdo?
Yeah.
They did AI Spice.
Powerful one.
AI Spice.
Yeah, that's
No.
Yeah, before she gets into any shit, let's get on that. Yeah, that is kind of scary, honestly. I think a prospect of just hitting a certain wall, and then the industry decides that they're going to make a fake you, and that's going to be you from now on. It's wild.
Yeah, Marvel's definitely contemplating that right now with Jonathan Majors. They're like, can we just CGI Jonathan Majors as Kang from now on?
And fuck it, let's bring back Gina Carano too.
Oh my god, woke Gina Carano. That's what we need.
As like some
I think
weird
you do
alien.
deserve that at a certain level.
that.
If you're like a public figure that makes an ass of yourself, like being anti-woke or whatever, you deserve the opposite of
In the
whatever.
future, the liberals want to send controversial conservative talking heads to the gulag, and then just AI replace them with people that are like, PSA everyone, being conservative is actually bad, and it sucks. You shouldn't do that, and pay your taxes in full on time, which will not go to infrastructure, but instead to Joe Biden's 2079 campaign, because he's still alive. Transplanted his brain into this AI.
Folks.
Yes.
Reboot me, Jack. Jack, you gotta reboot me.
Just imagining Back to the Future 2, but instead of what's his name, Joe, I can't remember, the guy on the screen that's like da 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 da. No, he's in the restaurant. It's like a famous that people know what I'm
Max
talking about.
Headroom.
There you go, Max Headroom. But it's Joe Biden. Listen up,
Biden. Joe Headroom.
That's got to be the cover art right there. Joe Biden is Max Headroom.
Corn pop infrastructure.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
While we're on the AI shit, though, I keep reading about these theories that that there's never, now that there's like, we're in the age of like pervasive AI, right, and the proliferation of such, is there that there's never going to be anything new, right? Because there's we're basically like, it's taking what it is now and it's just reproducing it, and nothing. And there's been like multiple like long form essays I've read about this, and they make some good points, but it just feels like it's not true, and it's like a lot of hand wringing.
It feels like a lot of people who don't know how to create anything projecting that onto everyone else. Other people are still going to be creating things.
Isn't this going to open up to a lot of things? Like it's going to open up creative. Like I coded a whole ass thing. I can barely code. And I just code. I like. It was just like
code, Matt. Tell us about this.
Oh God!
Please,
you gotta tell us.
I'll do a thorough code review for you later.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So
you don't need the code. Just
I'm not gonna read. It's so basically what I made. You know, if you're playing any of those games, I like to play ARPGs, which like games like Diablo, Path of Exile, and shit like that, right? And they have procedurally generated levels and enemies, and then enemies always They always have like a standard naming format where it's like. Beast Hunter, the Barbaric, or something, right, like that, and it just does random combinations of like words and shit like that. But they're always just like super cheesy, like, you know, all that kind of shit, right? So I was like, it'd be really funny if I just made my own, but with fucking nonsense and idiot words in there, you know. So I did, you know, I just put like random meme words. I just keep adding to it, and I keep like making, you know, trying to make it so that it makes more interesting combinations of the words and shit. So and I coded that whole thing using ChatGPT. Like I've never coded in Python before. Like I've done Apex and stuff like that, and some like HTML and shit like that, but like really basic stuff. And I just straight up went and just asked for code. Like I just in plain language asked ChatGPT. Maybe I did like 6 or 7 iterations of it, just building on it and like getting my head around what it needed to do. And it's basically functioning 95% perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really cool.
RPG name generator
right now here.
I'm trying to load it up. Oh, here we go. It's loading in Nick's environment. I wanted to read some of them to the audience. We may have to edit out some dead air. Unless somebody can get it else to load fast.
I got it. I got Glory Hole the Aristocrat.
Here we go.
Old Gargoyle.
Baller, brought to you by NordVPN.
Nice.
Jerky Miner.
Yeah, it'll generate some extremely unsavory things. I'm warning you that it'll generate some unpleasant things.
Reek the Simpleton is.
I really do like the first one I ever got, which was Fast Michael Jackson. Your bride.
I got Dead Man Slave, the shitter of cums.
Shitter of cums.
Wow.
Bookish Eyes, the skillful.
Yeah. Anyway, I would love to replace like an actual game so that the enemies that come up with you are like just randomly giving you these fucking names, you know?
Could there not be like an API eventually based on this?
You probably could.
Mod Diablo with an API that just every fucking NPC, every fucking mob is
just names
generated
like that.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I can see it. I think it could work. I mean, okay, so you were asking the question before this is nothing new. And I just had to push back. I had to bring it back around because, like, I don't think that's ever been true. Oh, Savior Shield. I finally got one.
Well, that's not a cool one. That sounds like an actual...
Cool Loaf the Anarchist. Hold on, I got to keep doing it till I get a good one. Oh, Door, the Clapper of Cheeks. That's from Game of Thrones, right? Clap the door. That's why it's called that. Clap door.
Bludgeon Pooper of Cums.
That's a good one. We need to make one of these for the titles of our show, like we used to do. If we could just run a bot to generate them, that'd be great. I'm going to work on that.
We could call it Rusted Shit Fucker.
I like it.
I guess I was trying to make a point. I'll get to it already. That I don't feel like anything is new. I don't think AI changed anything. I mean, I think artists constantly try to make new shit, right? And you're always like comparing yourself to something else, and you're always learning from something else. I don't think this is really that different. I just think it's sensational. The people that react this way are just like unable to handle the paradigm shift, right? Like, this is the new reality. This is it. It's welcome. It's not going to go away.
For me, it's like I'm like I can't wait till I can like start generating music this way, where I can like start dialing in and like taking from my head and actually having it do what I want, because the act of actually making music is so laborious for me that it's like exhausting. Mm-hmm. I love doing it, and when I get it to do what I want, then I like it, but it's always been very difficult to get out from my head what I want it to sound like. And that would be I can't wait for that, because then I could and then just adding like random elements in there, like, hey, just make, fucking put a donk on this.
Add 808 and cowbells.
Yeah, more 808.
A lot of cowbells. Yeah. The 808 cowbell, though. This is not an SNL reference, by the way. The 808 cowbell specifically is a sound that...
It's a Memphis classic.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess in that sense it is. People like play the 808 cowbell like a piano, like get that creepy ass sound. Didn't realize that for years, what that sound was.
That's a funk sound.
It is, yeah, truly.
I love funk. Big fan.
We don't. If you come from Memphis, you don't know what funk is. I don't never heard of that.
Oh, is it a different thing now?
No, that's what it is, but it didn't. Nobody called it that.
Okay,
it was just hip hop or rap, gangster rap. Really, is what you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the beats have been like commodified now, and like they're like, oh, I got to make a funk beat, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's just weird, like coming from Memphis, where that was. It's like very specifically exploited now at this point. That I'm like, okay, all right. That happens in your life. You will love something very, very niche and very like local to you, and it will be exploited worldwide.
Oh yeah, that I can't tell you how many like in their like mid 2000s that the like micro. I remember like listening to Witch House. This is like so fucking hipstery, but like super early. But and then just being like listening to it and being like, oh, this is like pretty. You know, this was like only a couple producers were like making this, and then it just blew up. I mean, you know, it was like this niche, and there was tons of stuff like that. I mean, even like early dubstep was like that. There was like fucking 5 people producing it, and then all of a sudden it was like just blows up.
Yeah.
Memphis has a shit ton of history there, though. They got like real deep history.
Swag anus lips. For me, got a good one. I just had to pop it in there real quick.
Now that's a funk project name.
Yeah, I think so.
All caps, XX.
What do we get?
Yeah.
XX. It was just a lowercase and then the uppercase X. Is that what we're talking about?
I just got baby tuberculosis, the Rick and Morty guy.
So, did you have to build the spreadsheet, or how does it? Tell me how it pulls the names, or if you don't want to reveal the secret sauce?
No, it's pretty simple. It's just like I have a list of well, I labeled the lists as such, but they kind of have like some leeway between them. But there's 3 categories. There's an adjective, a noun, and a title, and it can combine an adjective and a noun. It's more likely to combine an adjective and a noun, but it can also combine 2 nouns sometimes. And then it will sometimes, like about half the time, add a title at the end. And it's pretty simple, and it'll get different combinations, and there's some formatting changes, but other than that, that's basically it, you know?
And then you end up with something like baller boner fucked by a pony whilst wearing a Skechers shape up.
Wait, Matt, is that on there?
I put it in there, yeah.
Nice, dude.
Wow.
Okay, I should tell you about the Skechers shape-ups thing.
This seems like very specific moment right now.
All right, so we were talking about the early internet not that long ago in this very episode, right? And so, like, I've always been, like, me and my friends are always like, we would find really fucked up shit and we'd send it to each other or force each other to watch it. You know, like that was just, not proud of it, but that's, who I was.
We already knew this.
Yeah, you knew, you all knew. But but there's this one. Some of the videos are burned into my fucking mind's eye forever. Like I will die thinking about these fucking videos. And one of them is a video of a man who is in it's outside. He's wearing just a t-shirt that's too short, right? And he's wearing high socks and Skechers shape-ups.
Oh no.
And he leads a pony, a small miniature pony, like a Shetland pony, and to a special kind of chair or something that he's built. And he puts his legs up, shape-ups in the air, and he gets fucked by this goddamn pony.
Oh no.
And my brother, I mean, we this was like the holy grail of like fucked up videos that we saw.
Dude,
but yeah, I can't find it though. Can never find it in the video again.
Thank God for that.
Listen. So for our anniversary, I did a deep dive on the internet.
How?
Find this fucking video. I looked at so many horse cocks. Do you have any fucking idea? Not only that, but I found a video of a guy getting fucked by a horse in shape-ups, and it was the wrong video.
There's more than one guy getting fucked by a pony in shape-ups, dude.
Or industry standard for getting fucked by horses, apparently.
It's a trend.
The most romantic thing I've ever heard.
I know, it's really sweet and wonderful of me, right?
You do not deserve her. I mean, I'm sorry. Do you understand?
Her face when I watch it and she's like, "That's the one, right?" And I was like, "You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this, but it's not the video. It's a separate video."
Y'all are Y'all are fucked up, man. What is going on right now? I'm just going to be real. What in the Thank you for sharing that.
True love.
It was amazing. I guess so.
I'm so happy for you too.
Anyway, if anybody wants to see a guy in shape-ups getting fucked by a horse, I have the video.
Put it in the Discord.
Okay.
You're going to love it.
Private
God
channel.
love you too. Seriously.
Wow. I don't think there's anything in the show notes that we can follow that with.
Yeah.
Oh god damn.
Yep.
Oh wait. What is the suck my tongue thing? What happened with the Dalai Lama? Did it get worse or what? Because I heard about it. I didn't know anything.
So I put this on there because I saw this. I keep seeing this thing, right? So I saw like the news happen where he like did this thing, did the weird thing where he told a child to suck his tongue, and I think maybe the child did suck his tongue or he was going to. I don't know. There was something about with that, right? Anyway, it was weird as fuck, right? But then there was like this there appeared to be this coordinated effort to say like, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. In fact, there's an ancient Tibetan thing, cultural thing where it's like actually about Buddhism and how want never ends. And
are we serious?
and so I was like, I'm like, okay, maybe that's true. Like I don't fucking know. Like, and so I started like looking into it and I was like, man, I can't really find anything on this except for like in these threads where people were like saying this and like agreeing with each other. And then other people were like, hey, this is super weird because there's nothing about this tradition at all prior to this month anywhere on the internet. Not mentioned anywhere in Tibetan lore or like mentioned in like a side thing or like as like a thing Tibetan grandfathers do to their kids. Like it was straight up just like, it looks like they were just like, hey, okay, we'll apologize, but then at the same time we'll tell everyone that it's normal. It's a normal thing we do in Tibet. It's just a normal thing.
The Dalai Lama had such an adept PR team. I mean, they got multiple forks here going on. They're like, we're gonna cover both bases.
Yeah, they must be working with Louis C.K.'s people.
Literally, imagine the Catholic Church just being like, we just fuck kids in Italy. It's just a thing. It's just like always there. I mean, it's like fine. It's like
traditional.
Look, we'll let you see that. We'll unlock the library. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a cultural thing. I'm sorry.
You know what, though? It is. That's probably true, though. Unfortunately, it's the sad part about that metaphor. It doesn't work. Cringe emoji, like 7 of them.
Terrible. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up, and I thought it was funny because it just seems to be true that there's just been like people trying to make up this thing that the cultural thing.
Well, is it like a coordinated? Does it seem to be like a coordinated effort across like a bunch of different accounts? Or
well, there's like videos. There's multiple videos from like devout Tibetan Buddhists, like, and they seem to be like produced videos. Like not just like. Like
imagine
weird,
having like worked your way up through the clergy of the Buddhist whatever you call it hierarchy. I don't know how that religion works. I don't think it was like a church, but I guess it is, to have people calling you to be like, look, you're so well respected in our community, you've done such great work, spiritual, the community has been changed by your spiritual work, so we need you to tell people that it's sucking your tell people that sucking your child's tongue is normal. That's what we do.
And the person just be like,
okay,
I'll do it.
Tell them
on
that.
it, sir.
Will I escape the karmic cycle? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yes.
You absolutely are totally going to do that. You just need to tell them that sucking a child's tongue is fine. And
last month.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Just backdate it like a year.
On Wikipedia.
People were saying, so like, part of this like weird conspiracy is that they're claiming that China, because the whole Tibet situation, they're the ones doing this, like the China boogeyman.
Angle now?
Like, that they're saying. Well,
how are they doing it? What is the mechanism?
That the Chinese government is deliberately like projecting this story out and making it seem worse than it is.
It's a thing that happened and everybody saw it
on video.
It's China. It's China.
Maybe, wait a second. I know what happened here.
World is ready.
I'm sorry, everyone. I just have to let you know the Dalai Lama is actually a huge fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and his English is not great. He was just trying to say "Suck My Kiss" of one of his favorite songs when the child asked him, and he said "Suck My Tongue." It's an easy mistake to make. If English isn't your first language, I'm sorry. It's
They did mention that.
You can have that one on me.
In the videos, they did mention that his English is not so good, and sucking the tongue maybe isn't the best way to put it. But
he stuck his tongue out and he said, "Suck my tongue."
Yep, he sure did. Yep, he did do that.
You're like, literally what happened.
Not a lot is lost in translation there.
Yeah.
But okay, all right.
Suck my tongue.
Jesus Christ.
If Lee had been there, everyone would have they would have all been on board. They would have been like, "That's a fucking funky ass bass line for Lee. I am gonna suck his tongue." You know what? What the fuck? Why wouldn't you suck the Dalai Lama's tongue if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, the kid is wrong here. Right, Phil? The kid's fucked
This has
up.
nothing to do with the kid. This has to do with society. The kid made this
The kid is a symbol, okay?
The kid said no, as he wanted to do, but he was given a very rare opportunity. I don't know if this has ever gone down in history before. Has anyone ever recorded an event of the Dalai Lama asking someone at all, regardless of their age, to suck his tongue? I'm just asking.
It's a first.
Don't know.
He's just asking questions. So the last 47 seconds of beeping audio that you've heard, that was Phil just talking about a number of brands that don't advertise on the show.
It was just names from the ARPG name generator that
they were pretty fucking foul. Yeah.
I will never beep this episode. If I can't say it, I'll just cut it out. Sorry, it's staying in.
The beeps are effective, is all I'm saying. We'll always.
Oh, will
Just cover it with bong rips.
Yes. There we go. Well, speaking of beeping things, I did see that Matt Walsh had his Twitter hacked, and some of the words on it I can't say. And that shit was so fucking funny to me. I don't actually know the story behind it, but I just hope that y'all saw some tweets.
Does anybody know, like, if they found out who did it or like anything about it? I just saw the tweets and I was like, "Damn! Oh my god!" Couldn't have happened to a better person.
No,
I'm just glad the person that was able to hack them also wanted to tweet those things on the account. That seems like a rare, sliver of the whatever.
I don't know. No, I mean, it happened to someone else pretty recently.
Okay.
God, I can't remember who it was, and it was the same kind of shit. Like, it started out with like convincing, like, opposite things that they would say, and then it suddenly just turns to like, "Fuck it, I'm posting." I love that style.
I mean, if I had
get in
access
behind
to a
that
huge
posting
account,
mainframe and it just takes over. You can't control it.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, ethically, if you're at your peak, you're gonna do the Eli Lilly thing. You're gonna just like tweet out, "Fuck it, insulin's free," or whatever,
Yeah.
My pronouns are that N-word.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the one I was waiting.
There certainly was that one.
I love it. That's my favorite one.
It's the best.
But yeah, fuck Matt Walsh. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, really couldn't have happened to a better account.
No.
Hey, I like this guy.
Will loves it. Matt Walsh fan. Inexplicably.
Big Walsh head over here.
Hey, hear him out.
Walsh Live.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Dolls, let him cook, okay?
I like this guy.
You do not, under any circumstances, have to hand it to Matt Walsh.
No, not at all. I mean,
he's really good at getting hacked. I'll give him that.
So I would be willing to believe this video. I think it was sent to the group chat like a week ago at this point. But if you had told me that this was a deep fake or like a hack or something, all the shit that Trump said in a recent video, like as his campaign promise is, I mean, seriously, it could be satire, but it's like a real video of him saying just basically like he's going to like put anybody that's homeless in jail and
in camps. He's going to relocate.
Camps, you're right.
He's going to relocate them into camps, or if they don't want to go, they go to jail.
Tent cities.
Tent cities. Yes, he said that. He even said tent cities. Like you'd think that his marketer would be like, "Hey, don't say the tent. That's say tent cities." That's
typically not.
Hey, man, I think you want to avoid what you want to avoid. Is saying like the word apartheid. You don't want to say apartheid. Number one. Okay. Second, tent cities. We're gonna nix that. Okay.
And then he's just like, I believe in segregation. Okay. I think we need to go back to where we separated people based on their skin color.
I think equal but different is
equal,
always
equal but worse for one of the groups, the black ones. Okay, Trump, great job.
Think of it like laundry. Okay, you people like laundry so much. You have the laundry. Doing your laundry.
You guys you like camping, right? Everybody loves camping, right? I love camp. I'm the best camper. Everyone agrees. And we're gonna make everyone that's homeless go to a big camp.
We all love trains.
We're gonna concentrate them in a camp
on one of those.
In a very concentrated area. We're going to put a camp there.
Oh my god!
With all the concentrated people.
Yeah, it's going to be very clear, very, very chemically cleansed in the air.
I've often felt while working very free.
You people are a lot like the house elves from the Harry Potter.
Great book, folks. They love being slaves.
Love Joanne.
Just mask off with it. They like being slaves. Trust me, it's a good life. Trust me. 3 square meals a day and very nice outfits.
We're gonna feed them, folks.
By my daughter. I food.
We're gonna get McDonald's, folks. Perhaps they could work at the McDonald's.
Broadcast do not represent.
It's just like the interesting thing about it for me was just like we're gonna put them into rehabilitation centers and figure out, we're going to like figure out what's wrong with them and put them in drug rehab facilities or whatever. And I'm just like, not every homeless person is a drug addict or mentally ill, man.
Right.
Yeah. And also, you're not even providing like mental health resources for.
Yes, thank you. Like that sounds like an absolute nightmare to depend on mental health care from Trump's concentration camps or whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? Like I have a hard enough time getting an appointment a month from now as a private paying.
What resources is he going to provide? Like that's the thing. Is like he's like, we're gonna get resources, folks. No, what do you could just do that without putting them in fucking camps, dude. That's the opposite of good.
The McDonald's thing sounds so accurate. I could totally see Donald Trump.
We're gonna put McDonald's, maybe Wendy's, folks,
for cheeseburgers for every meal. Or you get an egg McMuffin in the morning or a sausage muffin for breakfast, but other meals are just.
I'm gonna put you on the same diet that I've been eating.
They just die in droves.
Best diet in the world.
Pizza toppings only.
Toppings bowl.
Yeah. Dinner tonight is a delicious toppings bowl from Papa John's with newly reinstated leader John Schnatter.
My vice president, John Schnatter.
I told you the day reckoning was going to come.
That's the fucking campaign slogan. Better ingredients.
Better ingredients. Greater America. Papa Trump John Trump.
Garlic butter for every household.
Garlic butter.
I'm sorry, Willow. You just totally sidestepped Papa Don's.
Oh my god! Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. That's what it is. Get him on the phone.
We're gonna rename America Papa Don's America. We are the two fathers. When people say the founding fathers, this is what they mean.
Founding papas would be so disappointed with our nation right
Old
now.
saggy losers just standing there back to back.
Just imagine Trump and John Schnatter go through the history books and rewrite it as the founding papas. Every document, every historical record.
Oh my god!
The founding papas, just like Papa John. He was almost there. He could have been there. He was born 200 years and some change too late.
That's all it was.
But he would have been.
Spirit is very much alive.
He would have been there. People would be saying, "Put your John Schnatter on that instead of John Hancock on that."
Oh my god!
They would be saying.
There is another reason to be celebrating today, and that's the SpaceX Starship blew the fuck up.
Oh, hey, really quick, was anyone like?
We're dead.
I was gonna say, was anyone in it? Okay, that's so fucking funny.
It was. I believe it was a test launch
because they figured it was going to blow up. They're like, yeah. You don't want to get on this one. Trust me.
Dude. You know that he like pushed. You know he like pushed through to be like, it has to be on 420. We have to get it on 420, and he just fucking blew the goddamn thing up.
Oh my god! He's like, I don't care what happens to it. Just make sure it goes up today.
His need to be epic is one of the most self-destructive traits I've ever seen in a man. It's amazing.
And he's in his 50s. That's like the fucking mind-blowing part. It's like, God, imagine being that insecure for that long. Like, that's
right.
In that way, you know, where it's like, I need to be cool, but it's 2007 still in my brain.
Far behind him. I mean, he's got like 20 years on me. I'm still at the same place as him with way less money. So, not defending Elon Musk. I'm just saying I would be willing to embarrass myself with a lot of money. Like, no problem. I would definitely.
I'll do it for free.
That's not the point, Matt. We know that. We all know that we're going to do that for free. But would you be willing to do it with massive amounts of money?
That part. That's a tough one.
How much money would you be willing to embarrass yourself with? What amount of money would you stop at and be like, no?
I already said
no more posting. No more posting at this amount.
I'm still seeking it.
I will post until the day I die.
Same.
And it won't be any more interesting, but
yeah, I can't stop.
Gotta live by the post, die by the post.
I would do a lot more if I was like if I was like insanely wealthy. I would do a lot more like Instagram posting because I would like spend my money in like the most insane, like idiotic ways. People would just be like, God damn, what's he gonna do next? And I would definitely die some insane way for sure. So people would want to be tuned in for that.
I'm gonna eat this entire original Steinway grand piano. Get two keys in and you choke.
My head. I'm just gonna pop up and chomp on the pieces of it. I don't know, man. I think I get tired of posting because I like to post, but I'm trying to contemplate, like, if I was Elon Musk, I'm definitely like very cringe worthy. Like, I'll do the cringy shit when it's happening, like Marvel movies. I'm on the AI tip right now. All the things that become popular. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do that really hard, and it's like that's an Elon vibe, right? I mean,
no, you're not like Elon.
Because the thing with Elon,
I don't think I'm like Elon. I'm just saying I think I'm trying to relate to him for the podcast.
Sure, yeah, you're trying to be the Elon advocate.
Well, I think
you're trying to be the Elon advocate, and I understand that.
I think the boundary maybe for Phil with the Elon thing is just that there's this like innate, pathetic, like
a cloying,
desperate need. Yeah. For love from the people who hate him the most, that you could never like. You can't crack that shell because you're too like normal and loved and people like you. So it's just you'll never be able to fully inhabit that specific place in your
you're
mind.
not like a sniveling dimwit. So
Yeah. He wants everyone to like him or like love him.
My mom said I could be anything I want when I grow up, and this is hard news for me to take. I can't be.
You can't be that pathetic.
Super rich dipshit. Like I can't.
You can't be that pathetic. I'm sorry. Maybe if you studied harder in school, you could be that pathetic. But
completely socially.
All right. I'm going to take this to heart. I'm going to do a little soul searching, and I don't know. Maybe next week, next episode or two, we'll see where I'm at.
Remember when he was like, I'm autistic. Remember when he did that one, and I remember just being like,
is he or not? Is he or not? Did he just say it like all random?
I don't know. He was. You don't remember this from like it was like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah,
it was
it was a very
autistic, and we're like, well, I mean, that's you. Okay, well. You're still terrible, so sorry.
I know a lot of quirky white boys. They're not all that sad and divorced.
Yeah, exactly.
What if he said that, though? Hey, I think I might be a quirked up white boy. I don't know.
If he said that, then all that would happen would actually be the phrase quirked up white boy could never be funny again.
Right, yeah.
Man.
Next week, there'll be a quirked up white boy coin that you could get on.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody like pathologically unfunny. He's never funny. He's like it's insane. I've never seen even like the people that like repeated South Park quotes and shit in high school and they were just like grim funny. Even they would occasionally hit one that was like, all right, well,
right.
Never seen him do it. And the dude fucking tweets all day, and he's never had a banger ever in his life, or even come close to one.
It's almost amazing because he's never even like unintentionally funny.
Yes, right. I know. That's like yes, exactly, exactly.
Trump isn't trying to tell jokes, but he's so goddamn funny.
Right,
exactly.
Yeah,
Elon,
you're right.
He tries his hardest to tell a joke, and even the stuff that with anyone else would be like, "Aha, I'm laughing at you, not with you." It's just this like you get this revulsion deep inside of you that coils in the pit of your stomach, and you're like, God, It feels like watching someone whip themselves in a sexual way. Like,
Suck my tongue.
He's kind of like, whatever, if like the poster capitalized is like, the Christ.
One must imagine
the poster, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's like the absolute epitome, or the
Are we having posting philosophy right now?
We are. This is a posting religion.
We're on the verge of an enlightenment. The whole show's
been leading up to.
He's the anti-post.
Mm-hmm. I would say to Elon what my dad always said to me, which was, you should have gotten into demolitions. Because he's so good at just like destroying everything. It's incredible. Am I wrong though? He's really good at blowing shit up.
For real.
Actually related to Elon so much better than I did. With a one-liner and everything.
People use the term they'll use the phrase he's got like the Midas touch, right, to describe people
the touch of death
who touch things and they turn to gold. But actually, if you know the actual full story of King Midas, he gets this power, turns everything to gold, turns his daughter to gold, kills her, can't eat or drink because everything he drinks or eats turns to gold, and he is miserable and he's dying. And that's the actual Midas touch. That's the version that Elon got. He got the monkey paw Midas touch.
Yeah,
he did. Americans or capitalists love to take a term like that and just turn it around to be like a celebratory thing. Like I was reading the other day that the term bootstrapping, people use it to be like, yeah, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, like it's a good thing. Like yeah, make yourself, but it's supposed to be like a disparaging term. Like you can't actually do that. Like it's like making fun of people that can't work with other people. Like, that's not going to work, right? But no, we're just like, it does fucking work.
Because think about that phrase for 30 seconds. Pull yourself up by the straps on your own boots. Try it.
I'm just imagining like you're just rolling around on the ground.
Why can't you no one wants to work. Why can't you just achieve the impossible?
That's like, I mean, there's a million of those though too. Blood is thicker than water. is like
jack of all trades.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Why does that happen? Why does a society or a language like adopt a term and just be like, yeah, it means the opposite?
Telephone.
I'm just gonna say it so many times that it doesn't mean what it means anymore.
No, I think that has a name. I remember reading about that. Fuck. It's like a phenomenon where it's like it's not a phrase starts at one end of the spectrum, and then almost invariably, if it becomes popular, it actually means the opposite because it becomes like so like a cliche
like
to use,
German
like a
word, right?
Yeah. Oh man, fuck! I forgot what it's called.
Autoantonomy.
What can you translate that to German for me?
So it's like an antonym, jacking off.
Is that really what it is?
Autoantonomy, change of a word's sense and concept to the complementary opposite. For example, bad in the slang sense of good.
Nice. Wow, Justine, you like literally nailed the term. Wow. How did you do that?
Impressive.
I got on the internet and Googled it really quick and then read it out loud to you guys.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's see. I'm good at Google. I will say that. Phenomenon, phrase, change, meaning, opposite. That's what I put into Google.
I guess my brain is...
Phenomenon, phrase, change, meaning, opposite?
Yeah.
That's my sleeper code. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Oh shit! Everyone,
go deal with
get out of the house with Willow. I was gonna translate it to German, and it's just very boring. Autonomy. I was hoping it would be something long and goofy, and no. Let's try a different language. Luxembourgish. Autoantonomie. That's not interesting either.
That sounded nice.
Also, the term for that thing where you hear or see a word so many times that it's not a real word anymore, that is called semantic satiation.
You are good at Googling. This is crazy. If you translate it to Japanese, it says Jiritsu Shinkei. I like that better.
Right, we're learning a lot.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I just listened to the pronunciation, and it says Shinkei.
Oh no!
Jiritsu Shinkei.
Japanese with Phil.
Jiritsu Shinkei.
Oh my god! Why is that so sexual?
That's what it sounds like.
Why did you say it so horny?
Again, Phil was just for about 24 seconds. He was just reading off some brand names. And also
it was just
names and addresses of people that we know.
He's watched so much hentai that he has to speak Japanese like that.
Jiritsu Shinkei. This is I'm hooked.
That was really quiet, Phil. Good job.
Desu.
Desu.
What's that? I don't know that one. All right, everyone. That's been episode 7 of the Succ. What an amazing episode. It's going to be called Jiritsu Shinkei.
Oh, no.
That's definitely what it's called. And it's got Joe Biden with the glasses as Joe Max Headroom. I can't remember. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, you can subscribe on patreon.com/the Succ podcast or on Spotify, and join our group on Facebook and our Discord. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
420. Blaze up 420.
What's 420?